Hey everybody, this is D Hunter bringing you a model kit review. Today, we're going to look at the Blokees Champion Class Harley Quinn. I want to give a huge shout out to my boys at Blokees for sending this to me to review. It is much appreciated. I've seen the Marvel ones at Walmart, GameStop, and some online retailers. The DC one should be popping up any day now. Keep your eyes open. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, Blokees Harley Quinn, Champion Class, 133 pieces. You assemble this model kit to make Harley Quinn. Ages 14 plus, officially licensed DC merchandise. Here's the front of the box. We have Harley there. One side, there she is, another pose. And there she is with her back toward you. Here's the back of the package. You can see the model kit fully assembled. Lots of accessories. At the bottom, there's a barcode if it helps. So with no further ado, let's open it up. Alright, now that we got all the contents out of the box, here they are laid out in front of you. We have 4 baggies with a bunch of different little pieces that you have to punch out of these plastic holders. Then we have another baggie with some of her, I don't know, I guess more obvious pieces like the head, shins, etc. And almost more importantly, we have the instructions right in front of you, because without the instructions, wouldn't be a chance of hell of getting this thing built. So as you can see, Harley Quinn kind of has a little bit sort of an anime style to her, very sleek look, accessories. Now there are going to be lots and lots of steps. So you can see it starts off with a head, a bunch of steps, put all that together, and then it'll just go on and on. Build time is going to be probably a little more than an hour, and that's if you're pretty proficient at these things. If not, it's going to take even longer. It's not frustrating. It can be quite relaxing and fun to build it, and when you're done, you have this fully articulated model kit to sort of play with. So let's get everything out of the plastic. And so here are all the pieces laid out in front of you. I put the pieces in that one baggie into a little sort of bowl here, that way they'll not get lost. And we have all these different pieces. And the steps will tell you something like, take section A1, number 3, then take section D1 and take number 3 out and then put them together, and that's sort of like step 1, and you just continue to progress through these lessons to go through, and then you have a fully functioning model kit. So we'll start off with the first steps, and it looks like that's putting her head and face together. Alright, after completing the first few steps, we have her head and hair fully attached. That only took about 5 minutes, didn't take very long, and there does seem to be an alternate face. So I don't know if you're supposed to be able to swap them out for different expressions. Seems like kind of a pain to do. We now have the head and the 2 arms assembled. Arms took a little longer than the head, but not by much. Now we have the torso complete. That took about as long as both arms put together. Still making steady progress. Now have the crotch piece put together. That really leaves just the legs, full assembly of the body, and then whatever weapons or accessories she has. Now we have the head, arms, legs, torso, and crotch pieces. So the entire model kit is ready to be put together. Still have to assemble whatever weapons and accessories she has. Now I've put together Harley's signature mallet. So let's put the model kit together, throw accessories together, and see what we got. Well, alright. Now that we have Harley fully put together, here she is with all the accessories laid out. She has more stuff than the other Blokees, and that is a good thing. She has 10 alternate hands, totaling 12 interchangeable hands, 2 different feet or shoes, one of which is roller skates, 2 different faceplates, and then a very large mallet, which has some different interchangeable parts in itself. So let's take a closer look. Now, this is Harley Quinn, and she's not in her traditional outfit, but I can kind of see what they had going on. It still has a signature sort of blue and red colors interchanging across the body. She's got the Harley Quinn sort of diamonds all over her, but her outfit is sort of based in white. She does have white flesh skin, 2 ponytails, one with red, one with blue, spikes on her hair, spikes on her belt, spikes on her wrists, double jointed knees, double jointed elbows, although that's about all the articulation you'll get there. Nice detail on the heels and sort of spikes on the front. She looks pretty good. Has sort of an anime influence and style to her, And a little bit of a blocky design, but I'd say she's smoother than both Nightwing and Batman. And a closer look at her face and head sculpt. Definitely has anime sort of influence, exaggerated hair, eyes, etc. But I actually think it came out pretty nice. And that look works for Harley Quinn. And then, here's the model, broken down as far as she can go, with all of her removable parts detached. Now let's check out her accessories, starting off with her hands. She has a total of 10 different hands, 5 left hands, and 5 right hands. Here's Harley with the first set of hands. These are her fists. Then, with her second pair of hands, these are a pair of gripping hands. Here's her third set of hands. These are a pair of pointing hands. Here's her fourth set of hands. These are a pair of outstretched hands. And her fifth pair of hands. I would call these some relaxed hands. Harley Quinn has some alternate feet. You can choose between high heels and roller skates. Here's Harley with her first set of feet. These are her high heels. And with her second set of feet, these are the roller skates. Now to look at her two faces. One has a regular expression, and one is smiling and kind of halfway winking at you. Here's Harley with her first face. This one has the regular expression. And here's her second face. She's got kind of the half smile and sort of winking at you. Next we have her mallet. You can't have Harley Quinn without her signature mallet. And this thing has a lot of detail. So at the bottom, it's got sort of like a red little, spike type thing. And then it's got some spikes sticking toward the front and some blades for the back. Then we have this giant top mallet. It's got spike at the front, a couple spikes on the sides, a few articulated pieces that can kind of move. That's a kind of cool feature. Almost like it's going to be like a rocket mallet firing from the back and going right into your target. Now this thing can swap out a little bit. You can take the top piece off and then take this sort of spike piece out of here and attach it to the base, so you can have a little sort of bat type thing like this. And if you really wanted to, you can take these pieces off the side here. You gotta take this part out as well and attach those little fins or pieces to the side of Harley Quinn. I personally prefer them on the mallet, but it's nice to have options. Here's Harley Quinn holding onto that mallet, which you can hold with either one hand or with two. Now that I'm taking a pretty good look at the model kit, the accessories, and the assembly, let's check out the height. From bottom to the top of her head, standing right about 6 inches tall, which can translate to just over 15 centimeters. And the ponytails are just a tiny bit taller. And for her articulation. And I don't really want to use the term super articulated, but that's actually fairly accurate. Now the hair can rotate around, move up and down a little bit. The head can rotate around. Look down, very nice, and up pretty good as well. Can tilt her head from one side to the other. She has articulation both at the top and bottom of the neck. Shoulders. Looks like that thing needs freed up just a little bit. Can go all the way out and all the way back down. I actually appreciate that if you put too much pressure, the pieces will simply pop out versus breaking. And go forward and back a little bit. Good range of motion. Looks like we have rotation in the elbow. Not really much of a bicep cut. It is sort of double jointed elbows, but only goes up about that far. Her wrist can rotate and is hinged. Ball joint in the torso. Rotate around. Forward and back. Another one in the waist. Rotate around. Forward and back. Between the two, pretty good range of motion. Can't really go forward too much, can go back quite a bit more. Legs, they don't go out very far, kind of obstructed from the armor. Can kind of drop them down and then pull it out. And I kind of popped the torso out. They go forward about that far, back, not too much. There's good rotation there. Double jointed knees, and then the ankle. Forward and back, rotate, and not much tilt rock, And the little sort of armor piece up front is also articulated onto a ball joint. And here's a closer look at Harley Quinn holding onto that mallet. It's very oversized, but that's kind of the point. Oversized, gimmicky, just like Harley Quinn and the Joker would be. Now stick around, next to some other model kits. Here are the 3 Blonkees that I have so far: Batman Beyond, Harley Quinn, and Nightwing. I will be assembling the Superman and Crypto the Superdog next. Keep an eye out for that video coming soon. And some other Blonkees they've revealed are Absolute Batman, a Flash figure, and then I believe Hush, Batman, and Catwoman. Now let's check out this Harley Quinn model kit next to some Harley Quinn figures in my collection. Here she is, next to a couple of amazing Yamaguchi Harley Quinn figures. And here she is, next to a couple of SH Figure Arts Harley Quinns. Then, with a couple of Mafex Harley Quinns. Next, with some Mattel Harley Quinn figures. And now, with a couple of Mezco 112 Collective Harley Quinn figures. Here she is, next to a NECA Harley Quinn. And here, with a couple of DC Direct Harley Quinn figures. And finally, next to a couple of McFarlane DC Multiverse Harley Quinns. So overall, I think it's a pretty fun Harley Quinn model kit. She comes with the most stuff, and has sort of the most details, at least of the 3 that I've put together. I think Nightwing is still my favorite, followed by Harley Quinn, and then Bat Beyond. I do appreciate the fact that she has more interchangeable parts than the other models. Different faces, different feet, even her weapon has removable parts that can attach to her body. I think she looks pretty good. I think the anime influence probably works the best on Harley Quinn. And it's just a fun figure. If I were to rate her, I'd probably give her a 6.5. I'll probably give Nightwing a 7, Harley Quinn a 6.5, and Batman Beyond a 6. And they're fun. A big part of the appeal of these things is, if you're into it, the building part can be a lot of fun, relaxing, enjoyable, put on some music, be in the right mindset. And then when she's done, it's just fun to mess around with them, pose them around. They're super articulated model kits, and that in itself is a pretty cool, fun, unique thing. They're also very cheaply priced, and so you get an hour plus of kind of a fun experience, and then you have this super articulated model to enjoy afterwards. So it's like a win-win, and if you're not into that, maybe have one of your friends build it, or one of your kids, or just keep it in the package, whatever you want. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional model or other videos from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.